our equator, which divides our Earth in half. Anything north is the northern hemisphere. Anything south is the southern hemisphere. We are in the northern hemisphere right here in the United States. So we're going to talk about it we're going to talk about all of our seasons in terms of the northern hemisphere. So right now, the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, which means our sunlight is not as direct, and therefore we are experiencing what season? If we're tilted away... Winter. What do you guys think? We're tilted away from the sun, so we're getting the least amount of direct sunlight. Winter, right? The least amount of direct sunlight, which means it's the coldest. We're receiving the least amount of energy from the sun. The coldest, we have winter. Okay? When we have night and day, the Earth rotates on its axis. That's how we get night and day. So if we look at the United States, it's daytime in the United States. Now it's nighttime. Right? Daytime, we're towards the sun. Nighttime, we're away from the sun. The North Pole, or anything really in that Arctic Circle area, is not getting any light from the sun. Right? So they have 24 hours of darkness. That doesn't mean it's 24 hours of nighttime, per se, because they're not sleeping all day. But it is dark 24 hours. Yes?
I'm kind of confused. So, you know how, like, when we need the sunlight, like, we face the sun?
Mm-hmm.
But it's still winter, like if it was, like, you know how
so when we face the sun, it's daytime, and when our back is to the sun, that's when it's nighttime. So while the...
Like, what about the winter?
She's asking, like
how is it because of the equator? Like if we're, like...
She's asking if it's, like, winter, and, like, how would it still be winter if the sun is hitting us?
Well, the sun hits us. The sun hitting us is daytime versus nighttime. The seasons are the amount of energy we're receiving from the sun. So we're always getting energy from the sun. But if we get a lot of energy from the sun, then it's going to be really hot and the temperatures will go up. If we don't get a lot of energy from the sun, then it'll be colder.
So, like, a lot of sunlight?
Not necessarily sunlight, but energy. So when we did that, like, heat absorption gizmo, and the light was directly on the brick, it got really hot, but when the light was to an angle, it wasn't as hot.
So, like, the winter time, like, that's, like, when we get, like, less of the heat.
Yeah.
So, in the winter time, you're kind of more facing away from the sun, but you're still getting light.
Right.
But in the summer, you're facing, like, directly at the sun.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get there, though. Right now, we're in winter. All right? Winter, right here, we're facing away from the sun. Right? Our North Pole isn't getting a whole lot of light. It's dark there all the time. Okay? What season comes after winter? Spring, right? Not a trick question. All right?
I used to think September was spring.
Winter, then spring. So now, in which direction does our Earth move? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Counterclockwise. Great. So we're going to move on our orbit around the sun. And as we start to move, okay, you can see that the North Pole is starting to get more and more light. And eventually, we're going to get to our vernal equinox. Okay, so you can see we have a more equal distribution. Equinox, equal distribution of the sun to our Earth. And we have our vernal equinox. Okay, notice, did our axis change when we were here? Our axis was like this. Did our axis change at all? No. Did we flip? No, the Earth doesn't like flip-flop side to side. That doesn't happen. The axis is going to stay the same. So now we went winter, spring, summer. So when we get to our summer solstice, our North Pole, okay, is light 24 hours. Okay, our South Pole is dark for 24 hours. We're tilted towards the sun. So now that we're tilted towards the sun, we're getting more direct sunlight from the sun. We're getting more direct energy from the sun. Temperatures are going to be hotter. It's going to be warmer. We'll be in summer. Okay. Fun fact, I went to Alaska this past summer in June, and I actually have a picture of a rainbow that I saw at 10 o'clock at night. It was that light out that I could see the rainbow. So, interesting fact. We're going to go winter. We went winter, we did spring, we did summer, so now we're going to do fall. We have our autumnal equinox. Okay, the sunlight is once again equal around the earth. We have 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, equal sun, equinox, right? Those roots. Okay? Eventually we're going to go back and we'll be at winter again and we'll start all over.